Tomorrow starts the early signing period for college kids where they can just be done. So, I'm going to do what I did earlier in the summer. I'm going to go through the top 10 classes. I'm going to go through what I said after I went through the top 10 classes and give you some notable commits that are happening within the next 3 days. And a fair warning, I will be looking down a lot, but that's only because that's where my book is. It's a lot of information I got to go through. So I will be looking down, so just bear with me. I'm already excited. I'm trying to contain my excitement. I'm already out of breath. So bear with me. It's going to be a little bit longer than my regular videos. Let's get started with Ohio State's 22-man class, which has 3 5-stars, 16 4-stars, more than any other school, and 3 3-stars. Top guy is defensive tackle Teron Vincent from the IMG Academy. Ohio State, last year, I said they had the best recruiting class of all time, and this year, it's even better. That's no exaggeration. It's even better this year. You take a look at last year's class and this year's class. It's so much better. Ohio State, they are going to be a force for many years to come, like they always have been, but maybe even more of a force because of these recruiting classes, and because Meyer knows how to coach kids. Texas 18-man class is up next with a 5-star, 15 4-stars, and 2 3-stars. BJ Foster, a safety, is their top-ranked kid. And the best part about their class, they are getting their kids to stay at home. They're getting the Texas kids to stay at home after a year where not just Texas, but all the Texas schools were terrible at keeping their kids at home. I mentioned that many times, but it's just great. Texas has 4 of the top 5 kids in the state of Texas, and more on the other kid later on. Georgia at 3 also has an 18-man class. They have 3 5-stars, 9 4-stars, and 6 3-stars. And they have quarterback Justin Fields, the second highest ranked kid in all the country. Not a quarterback, in all of the country. Well, also our quarterback too. It's going to be a battle between him and Trevor Lawrence, but I'm not getting into that. Georgia, just getting a great class. They still have a long way to go because they only have 18 kids. They can still get a lot more. Let's move on to Miami and their 20-man class that has a 5-star, 13 4-stars, and 6 3-stars. Lorenzo Lagarde, I'm hoping I pronounced that right. Sorry if I pronounced any of these names wrong. I'm just saying that in advance because I know I'm going to do that a lot. He's a running back. He's their highest ranked man. And Miami had a great year, that they had problems, and with this class, could shore up some of those problems that they had and make another run at the playoff. Another 20-man class is at number 5 with Penn State, which consists of 2 5-stars, 8 4-stars, and 10 3-stars. Wide receiver Justin Shorter is their top-ranked kid. Penn State, you just gotta like what they're doing. They're just getting kids to come believe in what they're doing. Twice they've gotten close to the college football playoff, and yes, they're losing Saquon Barkley, but they're getting people to replace him. Take a look at their running back that they have. Pretty highly ranked. Yet another 20-man class is at 6 with Notre Dame. They don't have any 5-stars, but they have 10 3-stars and 10 4-stars. I know I reversed that. Didn't mean to do that. But their highest ranked kid is cornerback Houston Griffin. And lately they've been getting secondary kids because they didn't have a lot to begin the month, but now they're getting secondary kids. And Notre Dame, after the year they had, looks like they're not going to show signs of slowing down. I got on Alabama earlier. They were down in the 40s, but them and the 16-man class are now ranked number 7. No 5-stars, more on that later, but 11 4-stars and 5 3-stars. Quay Walker, a linebacker, is their top-ranked kid. And I knew Alabama was going to take its time with this class. They're taking a smaller class. The magic number I heard was 22. That could change, but that's the number I heard. And that's Nick Saban. He knows what he's doing. He's been at this a long time. In Alabama, they still have 6 more spots to fill. Oklahoma and their 20-man class, yes, another 20-man class, is next at 8. No 5-stars, 9 4-stars, and 11 3-stars. And Bray Walker, I hope I pronounced that right, offensive tackle, is their top-ranked kid. Oklahoma, they're going to college football playoffs. Kids are noticing. They're getting the kids that they want. It's a really good class for Oklahoma. Okay. Last 20-man class in Auburn at 9. No 5 stars. 14 4-stars. That's the third most behind Ohio State and Texas. And 6 3-stars. Matthew Hooley, wide receiver, is their top-ranked kid. In Auburn, what you like about this class is they're not just getting kids locally as in from Alabama. They're getting them from Georgia. They're getting them from Florida. They're getting them from Alabama. Actually stealing kids that Alabama would normally get. Oh, Auburn. Really good class. I like what they're doing. And then number 10, Washington's 18-man class. Again, no 5 stars, but 8 4-stars and 10 3-stars. And Marquis Spiker, I'm hoping I pronounced that right, a wide receiver, is their top guy. Washington, just another really good class. And with 18 kids, they still have spots to fill. Okay, now we're going to go back in time. I'm going to talk about the biggest surprise, disappointment, team that picked off where they left off, a riser, and the biggest rebound. When I did this over the summer, I'm going to talk about what they're doing now, how their class is coming together. Let's start with the biggest surprise in Kansas when they stole 2 4-star kids from LSU's territory. Well, now it's only 1, and it may not be 1 when it's all said and done. Kansas, they just couldn't do anything on the field. They couldn't get a lot more recruits. They only have 11 kids. I think they're in the 80s, something like that. So, after surprising people with that, didn't really do a whole lot after. We don't have to get into the biggest disappointment. That was Alabama. I've already talked about how they went from 47 then to 7 now. And they still have 6 more spots to fill. If it's still 22. If the magic number is still 22, then it's 6 more spots. And again, I'll get back to the 5-star situation at Alabama. Team that picked off where they left off, that was Maryland. And they still have their commits. The only decommit that they had is the one that decommitted before they got the other guys. That's amazing. They're keeping their kids at home. They're getting their needs. They got 5 linebackers in this class. They needed depth at linebacker. They went all out on that. Really good class by Maryland. And if you would have told me, like 3 years ago, that they were beginning back-to-back top 25 classes, I would have thought you were crazy. But it very well could happen. They're ranked 20th right now. Still have a few more spots that need to be filled. You gotta like what DJ Durkin's doing up there. Okay, the one that got cut off, I still don't know what happened there. Florida, I talked about how they had doubled their class in the past 2 weeks. Well, couldn't keep those kids. They went from 11th then to 30th now. Not good on-field results for Florida, and not good recruiting results at this point for Florida. They lost their quarterback commit. Florida, they have a lot of ground to make up on. You just don't know if it's just too late to do that. Finally, the Texas schools. They're keeping their kids at home. It's not just Texas. It's Texas Tech, Texas A&M, TCU, even Baylor. They're keeping their kids at home. I talked about this last year. They only got 4 of the top 20 kids in the state of Texas. Texas could get all of the top 5 kids in the state of Texas. Wow, that's a big turnaround from the previous year. That's a story right there. And now, the 5-star and 1 high 4-star that are going to be committing the next 3 days. It's a long list, so just bear with me. Let's start off with Micah Parsons, the top weak side defensive end. He decommitted from Penn State a while ago. He goes back to Penn State this time. Jamari Slayer, top offensive guard. Cristobal hasn't gone to Georgia. I would agree with that. He's an in-state kid. Cristobal is 90-something%. He's probably going to go there. Jackson Carman, top kid in the state of Ohio and the top offensive tackle. If he's not going to Ohio State, I would be shocked. Anoma, this is a really good story. If you would have told me back in spring that this kid would be Alabama's crown jewel, I would have thought you were crazy. He was unknown and unranked and only had 1 offer. That was from Maryland. And now Most likely he's going to Alabama, going to be their crown jewel. Great story. Cade Mays decommitted from Tennessee. And the crystal ball, you don't know where he's going. It's either going to be Clemson or Georgia. Crystal ball's more has been trending towards Clemson. I'm going to go with Clemson just because of that. Brendan Cox, he decommitted from Ohio State. Looks like he was going to be Alabama's to lose. Then Georgia got in the picture. And it looks like he's going to stay in his hometown, in his home state. Sorry. Anthony Cook, this is the number 2 kid in the state of Texas. You thought he was going to go to Ohio State for the longest time. Then Texas stepped up their game, and it looks like they're going to get the kid. KJ Henry, Clemson already has a top defensive end. Now they're going to get another top defensive end. Clemson, this is a really good defensive end class for them. Finally, Terrence Marshall, the top wide receiver in this class. From Louisiana, he's going to LSU. Finally, the video's done. I hope you guys made it to the end of this one. This was really tough for me. And tomorrow, I'm going to have my picks. It's going to be interesting these next 3 days. We're going to find out who's really 100% committed, who's still thinking. We're going to see some flips. Believe it, we will see some flips. See you next time.